Hi everyone, happy March. I am coming to you from the backyard where the sun hasn't quite decided if it's going to come out or not, and so I can't decide, do I wear the sunglasses, do not want to wear the sunglasses, but we'll go with it. And I also have this vintage pantsuit, a little too big as you can see, but I thought it would be fun to wear today. I've got Lily doing her video bomb in the background, so all is well here at my house, and Ash is, can't see, oh you can see Ash, I think that's his back end, you can't really tell from here, but he's laying there in the dirt like he does. March, so it's March, it's actually the middle of March, and to me March is a time of transition. When I think of March as when I was younger, my memories of March growing up in the Midwest, it would be when I would be allowed, well first of all the snow would melt because there would be snow, always seemed like throughout the winter, but I remember then I'd be allowed to basically transition, there's that word again, transition from the winter coat to the sweatshirt. And that's, March was still always gray in Illinois. And so I've been thinking about what March means to me now. It's still a time of transition, getting ready for spring, but I realized that it's a transition in so many ways for so many of us. I mean, we are at 2 years since the pandemic started, and things are continuing to change. We just had daylight savings, things are trying to bloom, I'm talking particularly here, the tulips are coming up, but I've got a rabbit, I call him Flip, he thinks it's okay to eat my bulbs, and so I've got Lily and Ash playing a game behind the camera there, so if you hear anything, that's Lily and Ash having a good time. But I think that my point is that March is hard for a lot of people. I know that for me, I'm able to embrace spring coming because it makes me feel better, knowing that the things are starting to bloom again, the tulips are coming up. But for many people, spring is really difficult, and that's why people don't often realize that actually more people kill themselves in March than any other time. And my sister actually died, it'll be 29 years pretty shortly here. And my mom died, obviously not of suicide, but my mom died in March as well. So there just seems to be a lot in March, and I think this year we're also challenged with, we're trying to move forward, mandates are going away, but we've got Ukraine. I mean, there are just so many things, and we're all exhausted. So I think my challenge to you and I just want to back up and say spring, seeing things bloom is really hard for people, and I think people are really trying to embrace things now going forward, and spring blooming and knowing summer's coming, but there's also a bit of trepidation, what's going to be taken away from us, and we're tired, and daylight savings for a lot of people is really challenging as well. So it seems to me the best thing to do would be to find ways that you can get a little bit of rest somewhere. Maybe you can't take a lot of time, but maybe somewhere you can find some way to get a little rest. Maybe change your routine a little bit. Do little things for yourself that can give you rest and hope and help you feel like you're ready to go forward. And I think for me, and here's Ash and Lily's over here too, last week I made a change in my routine, and in terms of running, because we usually go away for spring break and we're not, which is next week for Greg, and also just doing little things around the house to make me feel better. I think that we just have to find these little things, because we can't change the big picture, but we can change little things in our, I think, and we all somewhat live in bubbles. It's like finding a new energy somewhere, and maybe it's in an outfit, in a vintage outfit. This woman had a closet full of pantsuits, so this pantsuit's going to morph into something else soon, although I think I might keep the shell. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, it's a little bit big for me. And behind me I have something that they're not quite finished, they are waiting for bases, but what I did was I created basically a rainbow collection of solids of the big bags. This is the big one, here's the green one, appropriately for St. Patrick's Day for March. But you can see I have all the colors, and I think for some reason yellow's my favorite one, and those will be going up on the website soon. So there's still a lot of stuff to come, and there's a new book as well, and I just realized that was the one thing I knew I forgot to bring something out here with me, and I forgot to bring my new book, Route 66 Dreams. So look forward to hearing more about that in April. And So that's about it for now, and have a great day, have a great week, take care of yourselves. Remember, make those little changes, and you never know, you might find a little change can go a long way. So happy spring, everybody. Happy March.